Good morning, everyone. My name is Rian Vincent Calderon, and today we are going to discuss one of the teaching methods of teaching grammar, and that is PPP. So, what is PPP? PPP is a deductive approach that often fits into a lesson. It is a model used to describe typical stages of a presentation of a new language. So, PPP is a method of teaching grammar that covers the process of presenting and practicing the new language as well as producing an outcome using the language. This method is very common in the teaching and learning process because of its unique features. And that unique feature is the rapid reduction of teacher screen time and the increase of students' talk time in the process of learning. So PPP stands for Presentation, Practice, and Production. This method comprises of 3 stages: the presentation stage, the practice stage, and the production stage. So the first stage is the presentation stage. It is the part of the lesson when the target language is presented to the students. It is where the students know what they will learn and why. So the main purpose of the presentation stage is to help learners acquire new linguistic knowledge as well as to reconstruct or restructure knowledge that has been wrongly represented. This simply means that students develop the target language that is explained to them, and also a new language will build on top of what was taught previously. So, the second stage is the practice stage. It is the stage when the students practice the target language. So, it is where the students practice what they know about the target language. So, the main purpose of the practice stage is to enhance the target language by practicing it with the use of activities. Well, the assumption here is that the learners understand the forms of the target language but needs practice to internalize the structure. This is some kind of behaviorist view of learning where practice leads to mastery. Well, lastly, the production stage is the stage when the students apply the target language. This is where the students apply what has been learned in the process of teaching and learning. So this stage of the lesson should illustrate if the students has learned the language item by using it in a more natural context or activity. This simply means that we are engaging the learners to be the users of the target language, not only merely the learners of the target language. So, to summarize the idea about PPP, it is a deductive approach that includes the process of presenting, practicing, and generating the target language during the teaching and learning process. This method is divided into 3 stages: the presentation stage, the practice stage, and the production stage. These phases each serve a purpose and make a contribution to properly teaching grammar to students. One important key terms in this lesson is how we integrate the grammar in the process of learning. First stage, we are going to present the language, the target language. Second is to practice the target language. And lastly is to produce or to use language to provide or to produce an outcome. So that is the key terms in this method of teaching. So I hope that you've understand my lesson, and thank you for listening. I'll be uploading my module assessment in the comment section. Thank you, everyone.